Virgos, welcome to March 2018. So we got a big month. We have a really big month. Right out of the gate, March 1st is the full moon in Virgo. So that is going to be lighting you guys up. And what that means is if you're feeling emotional, if you're feeling like you need to release something, just for the love of God, do it. Just release it. Just let it go. And when I say release and let it go, it truly is that simple. Just deciding and actively deciding every time you find your mind wandering back to that thing, actively deciding, no, I'm willing to change. Replacing that thought with something positive, learning the lessons through that situation. That's all that's needed. That truly is all that's needed. And this full moon in Virgo is going to give you that energy. So don't ignore what's going on around March 1st. Don't ignore what's going on, what you're seeing and what you're sensing within others and within yourself. Very important. If you can, write it out, talk it out, record something, get creative. Meditate on it as well. Like I know Virgos are huge with meditation, and not even like sitting there meditating, but when a Virgo cleans and gets into that routine of cleaning, to shut down your mind, just focusing on that task at hand, clearing your mind of any and everything, and then after you're done having a sit back and with a clear mind finally thinking about some things. So there's a lot going on in the stars this month. It's not just the full moon in Virgo. First of all, we have 2 full moons this month. Great. So March 6th, we also have a Mercury entering Aries along with Venus entering Aries. So March 6th is going to be pretty fun. That's where people are going to be running their mouths. People are going to be talking a lot more after that energy shifts. Venus and Aries, if you're trying to get more focus on your beauty routine, more focus on your looks, more focus on, the art, the culture, all that stuff, all those Venus-ruled themes, you're going to have a lot more energy to do that. I know Virgos love to kind of be out and about, so this is really a great time to start going to those museums, going to those shows, and just doing what you love to do, okay? So a card has popped out, but I don't have enough information to go. It's just a person. It's just one person here, one male energy type who's very close-fisted, very stern. Like this person hasn't been allowing you to have much fun. This person is just kind of looking at the world through like dead eyes, through very, very unfun eyes. And then we have another younger person. This usually symbolizes a message coming in, some sort of message coming in, but it could absolutely also symbolize a young air type sign, so somebody who talks a lot, somebody who you may receive the message through. This person has really been on your mind a lot just because what was going on in the past, I hate to admit it, it's kind of a little bit of envy, either envy on their part or envy on your part, and that's what's kind of hindering this relationship. And it's not the easiest thing to admit. It could be something that you haven't even acknowledged or they haven't acknowledged, but it is time to get clear about that and use that full moon on March 1st to completely let that go, okay? So Jupiter retrograde on March 8th is going to really internalize a lot of optimism, a lot of expansion, and a lot of creative energy and philosophy and ideas. So that's excellent too. That's really excellent energy, and that lasts for a while. But what you guys really need to be focused on is the new moon in Pisces, which is your exact opposite sign. That's on March 17th. And that's going to allow you to kind of, get internal and really use your intuition, which I think maybe you guys have denied for way too long. I think that your intuition has been trying to talk to you guys about something. Depending on your moon and rising sign, I think your intuition has been like, Virgo, listen up. And you're like, logic. I'm just going to stay on this side of logic. I'm not going to even go there because it's just too hard, right? It's easier to use our minds instead of our feelings, especially for an earth sign, right? It's kind of easier to just kind of stay down to earth and grounded instead of, lofty in the air, like an air sign or more emotional like a water sign. So March 22nd is Mercury retrograde, and that always affects Virgos because that is your ruling planet. That means watch your communication. I know Mercury entering Aries on March 6th is going to make you really run your mouth a lot. It's going to be running laps. But Mercury retrograde is going to be like, slow it down, watch what you're saying before you say it. Because people are really sensitive this year. Really sensitive this year. What you haven't acknowledged, Virgo, is that you are birthing something. There is something coming to light over this King of Wands and Page of Swords / message that's coming in. It is creating something new, something very new. But you got to use your intuition. You have to. You can't shut down the feminine side of you, especially if you're male. You have to use your intuition. You have to go with your gut. It's gonna feel awkward at first. It's gonna feel really awkward because your mind's gonna want to be like, well, then what about this? Don't let it trail off. Go with that gut feeling. You're gonna know. You're gonna feel it. It's gonna punch you it's gonna punch you right in the gut. And your mind might be like, well, don't allow it, okay? Because the full moon in Libra on March 31st is going to bring up some more emotions when it comes to relationships, creativity, once again, partnerships, love, all those Libra aspects. And I'm thinking that the message is going to come in your sleep. So if you've been having some dreams, I know I was just talking to my Virgo mom. She dreamt about her lottery win. And she was writing out all the people that she's donating to and what she's doing with that lottery win. Focus on your dreams. Focus on your dreams, because that's where you're going to get that message from that's going to allow you to birth something really beautiful, okay? So this is all about doing some dream work. And as always, send me your dreams if you'd like. I love dreams. I was reading about this old emperor or something like that, and please comment if you know what I'm talking about, but he used to require anybody who had a dream about the kingdom to go and talk to him about it. And he literally took it as prophecies. He really took a lot of emphasis on dreams, and especially dreams of an entire, community, and all related to that kingdom or community. So cool. That's the kind of kingdom that I would rule. I'm like, it is a law that you have to share your dreams with me, because I love dream work. Okay, that being said, that's what's going on in the sky for Virgos. And really quickly off the bat, your subconscious is talking about the King of Wands, the Page of Swords, birthing something with the Empress card, and then the Nine of Swords, it being in your dreams, okay? And if you're having trouble sleeping, that is because you haven't acknowledged your dreams enough. And then we have somebody else who just popped out. Queen of Wands, very intuitive person, could be a little bit more mature than you are, even though you don't necessarily want to admit it. This person, there's something about them where, they just seem to build out of nowhere. They can build something up out of absolutely nowhere. They're very sly, they're very clever, and they're coming to the end of something. They're coming to a peak point in their lives where it's like, okay, it's the end of one chapter and on to a new chapter. So they're going to really be needing you to figure out what's going on in your dreams, because this message is for them. Because right now, it seems like there's been a lot of negativity going on. There's been a change when it comes to the family, when it comes to the emotional happiness of the family. A lot of fighting over the past, a lot of focus on the past, which is creating a lot of confusion over your positivity and what you're manifesting out there. And it really just is pride, stubbornness, power struggles. And you're kind of at the point where it's like, I'm done taming my beast. I'm just going to have to roar this out and just get this out so I can get back some authority within my marriage, within my home and family. And you have all the answers, okay? So that's the theme of this reading, Virgo. Let's get started on the actual reading. Okay, we have King of Swords here. So who is this guy? Air type sign, under-nurtured by a parent. Definitely under-nurtured by one parent. It's either the left side. So he sees it, or I should say he or she, it's masculine energy. He sees the undernourishment from his mom, but the world sees the undernourishment from his dad, okay? And either, I want to say maybe some sort of chest tattoo, a mole here on his right pec. I keep saying he, or he or she, the masculine energy on the right here. partnered up, either still in a relationship or still in a marriage or a relationship, or very focused on that. This person's incredibly direct. Like they make good eye contact. Like they're able to kind of look you square in the face. They're incredibly direct. I'm seeing red dirt. So maybe they come from, you know, some sort of deserted area, or you've traveled to a deserted area with them. You know, maybe a present was a cactus one time. I'm seeing red dirt. Could even be like baseball. Like maybe a baseball player, baseball lover. And then I'm also seeing intestines, colon. So could have something going on with their colon, or their digestional, that's wrong, sorry. Digestive health, there you go. Digestive health, something going on there. And this person you know from the past. This person kind of, when you see them, they transport you back to simpler times, to past times. So I think that's kind of what you admire and love about them. And they also have 2 kids close to them. Maybe 2 kids you don't see very often. They are trying to reach out to this person, are trying to kind of get their attention, but there just seems to be some sort of distance or coldness. And this person also is cloaked in spirituality or religion, like either grown up feeling very religious or feeling very spiritual. But anyways, that's the person who it is. I'm sure you know who it is. It's never going to be exactly because, you know, reading for how many people, but there should be at least 1 or 2 cues that you're like, okay, I know who that person is. And a lot of times it's the first thought as soon as I said an air type sign. So the obstacle in aid to this person is giving and unfair giving. So see, this is how, I'm going to show you guys a little bit how I read. Do you see, these are my grandmother's cards. My grandmother was an astrologer, tarot reader, and she was an incredible Scorpio, very intuitive. And I started using her cards again, and they've been awesome. So if you see this card, see right on the shoulder that little red circle. So that's usually how I read. I'll pick up little cues in the cards, and then it'll like activate my experiences and my intuition, okay? So something with the shoulder, and shoulder definitely is, you know, mobility, flexibility, movement, and also your arm represents the load that you're carrying. So either feeling like you're carrying way too much, unable to carry it by yourself, or unwilling to carry it by yourself. So it's all about your flexibility, all about your mobility when it comes to the load that you're carrying, okay? So feeling kind of like this person has their hand out, you know, you're their ticket, and that's how they feel. And I say that because of this right here, that ticket in his pocket. You're this person's ticket, being like, okay, where's mine? But you're trying to make sure that you're giving fairly, and that your giving is balanced, and your power is giving very balanced. And this person, when I talk about this person, I mean somebody in your family, in your friendships, somebody you feel responsible for, okay? So you're feeling like you need to give to this over here because that's what's important. That's what's, you know, trending. I'm seeing the hashtag here for trending. That's a person that needs it the most. But then you also have this other person over here who is acting more kind of crippled, but it's really just a ticket. It's really just, they're like, give me my ticket so that I can, you know, so that I can win, so that I can have gains. And you're like, and that's the obstacle and the aid to this person here. So either they're the ones who you feel deserve it the most or need it the most, or they're the ones that are, you know, your intuition actually is telling you that they're using you as some sort of ticket. Okay, so it's time to get real. And these 2 full moons are going to bring that up. They're definitely going to bring that up, where it's like, what is happening? What is going on? I'm in pain. I can't keep carrying the load by myself. I'm getting very angry about it. My body is literally yelling about it, literally telling me it's too much weight, it's too much to carry, and it's going to be time to kind of clear that. But subconsciously, you feel like you made a commitment to support this person, or support this cause, or support this issue, so you feel like you kind of are tied to it. You are tied to it, and because of your amazing integrity, and because of your amazing service, you know, Virgos rule the 6th house of service, you are going to feel like it's only subconsciously that's where you're coming from, where it's like you feel like you have to serve. However, in your thoughts, you're like, I still need to focus on my reputation. And is it balanced? You know, I've been pacifying a lot of my needs and a lot of needs of other people who rely on me for this situation here, okay? Okay, let's see what else. Awesome. Awesome, Virgo. Okay. This is where you're at right now. This is how you're feeling. This is how people are seeing you. Fear of change, unwilling to change, fear of being left out in the cold, fear of leaving somebody else out in the cold, fear of, you know, shattering your power, shattering your finances if you were to make that change. My, like, key whatever this month has been from Louise Hay, and it's I am willing to change. And even just saying that multiple times a day, the universe is like, okay, Virgo's willing to change, here's a change. And it'll always be positive because you have the power. You've decided that. You've decided I am willing to change. So the universe is allowing that change in, as opposed to you saying I'm not willing to change and the universe pushing that change upon you. And then you feel kind of powerless. But by gaining back your power by saying I am willing to change, changes everything. Family and friends, money coming in for them. So money and power coming in for them for sure. So that could be kind of a little bit frustrating because you've been working so hard and then family and friends, it's like poof in their hands. And if you actually take a step back and look at it, it really is because they're willing to change. They're willing to make concessions when it comes to their intuition and their logic, and marry those two concepts together and create something out of that. Whereas it seems like the Virgo energy right now is really still stuck in the logical side and not using their intuition, not using their feminine side to embrace changes. Hope and fear is the fighting, you know, is the competition, is the fighting that's going to happen because of the change. So it's a 5 card, and 5 represents change, freedom, risk-taking, fun, adventure, gambling, things like that. It's also the 5th house in astrology, which represents children, romance, dating, speculation, once again, gambling, risk-taking, all the fun stuff. All the fun stuff. But when you have all these people involved in the competition, wands represent our energy, so it just like, this is what you kind of hope for, but you also fear it as well. It's like, maybe other people will, you know, fight for change for me / with me, but you also fear what that could entail, because are you really willing and ready for change? That's where you're going to have to answer some hard questions. So, Virgo, I got to get real with you. I need to be honest with you. The outcome is looking pretty bleak. Not looking too good, but I'm a positive reader. So maybe March may not be the easiest when it comes to your heart, because unfortunately this is the outcome card. Heartbreak involving 3 people, 3 situations, 3 scenarios, 3 options. Heartbreak. The good thing about this, Virgo, is that it is, I think it's like February 25th. It's February 25th. This is your March outcome. You have the power to change this. So I'm showing you how March is going to go for you if you continue on the path that you've been going. If you keep denying your intuition, if you keep only focusing on your reputation and saying, well, I can't make that change because of how it's going to look, and is it going to be fair, is it going to be balanced, I'm just going to stand here with a positive reputation instead of making those changes, this is what it's leading to. So you can make that change just literally by saying every day, multiple times a day, I'm willing to change. Because if not, it's leading to heartbreak involving 3 people and just feeling even more overburdened, you know, feeling more like, you know, let me just, with this heartbreak, create more energy through this funnel. So if you feel like you already have a lot on your plate, it's time to be willing to change, okay? I think I've said it enough times. I'm willing to change. I'm willing to change. That being said, to leave it positive, is I am going to give a card, an indigo card, for Virgos for March 2018. What do the Virgos need to know? What guidance can we give the Virgos for March 2018? Release and relax. Okay? When we release, when we relax, that's when your intuition can actually be heard and can speak. When we let go of all those thoughts that are just clogging our head, like your intuition, your dreams, they're trying to tell you something. They're trying to tell you something. And the sooner you can listen to it and actually take that knowledge in a positive way and own it, the happier you'll be. So, that being said, I want to let you guys know that I am offering free photo readings right now. So send me an email. My email address is below. I'm only offering this to the second half of the videos that, well, no, I'm offering it to everyone, but I never mentioned it in the videos before because I forgot. So take advantage. What I'm doing is, you know, send me a picture of you and this King of Swords, especially together, so that we can kind of read it together and see what's going on. A lot of the times, like I was explaining in the Leo video, is a lot of the times when we can have compassion for people like this and say, well, they're just victims of victims, and that's why they're victimizing us. We can clear it. We can forgive them. We can move on. We can release, and we can relax. So I love you, Virgos, so much. I hope you have an amazing March, and I will talk to you guys in April. Talk to you soon. Oh, and don't forget, if you want a personal reading, email is below. Love you guys. Bye.